What's up, guys? Nate and Caleb here from National Morphs today. We got an amazing egg cutting for you. 12 eggs in total.
This is our biggest clutch of the year. Super stoked. The pairing was an OD Fire Spider female to our Banana Red Stripe Het Genetic Stripe male. Super awesome clutch. A lot of them, 2 of them have come out and a lot of them have pipped. So I'm super excited. We got egg box number 1 here with 6 in them, and then egg box number 2 over here with the other 6. So without further ado, let's get into the cutting.
So we already have these 2 that have huddled up in the back corner that have already came out of their eggs. So let's just get started with this one here. So you can see where it pipped and the back here, where I take little scissors and make sure his head's not there. Where it go in. Good.
Yep.
Okay, and we're gonna try to pull it up to get it away from the snake. And we're gonna try to cut in around to give him room to come up. Okay, nice and open up here. So you can see his head right where he pipped originally, a little bit there. Get the fingers in. See his head right there, and you can see his nice pattern. Looks spider.
Yep.
I think.
Spider, just like the mom.
Yeah.
Also looks OD, and then you can see how bright she is, or he, the snake is that's coming through the yellow and those pinks. That's the banana coming through. I'd say that's an OD spider banana. Hard to tell on the fire, but I'd say definitely OD spider banana. Super cool. Very similar to the 2 over here. So these are the 2 eggs that they came out of. We'll throw those out. And we'll get into egg number 2.
Egg number 2. So he's got a lot of pips coming up around the front. So I'm gonna try to get around him. Oh wait, he's actually got this.
Yeah, notice how he's lifting up to keep it away from the snake and try to get as little veins cut as possible. This deep into development, there's not as many veins.
Good, or should I cut it open a little more?
You can do a little bit more.
Okay. Wow, this one's it looks a lot different than the other ones so far. You can still see the brightness up to the top of him. And I think that's it. Yeah, there's his head there a little bit. Might be able to see.
Yeah, that one also looks spider, but no banana in that one. You can see how the other ones are a lot more yellow. They got a little bit of pinkish orange tones from the OD as well. But that one looks just like a spider. Super cool looking. Be able to see a bit more when he comes out of the egg. 2 more in this bin.
So this one we got his pip right up here. You can actually see his head sticking out a little bit. Right there. Okay. Anyways, if he's right there, you can still see his head, but he's pulled it back in a little bit. This one, can't quite see any banana on him either.
Yeah, that's right. That one looks a little bit more normal pattern as well. Not as much barbed wire-ish, spider web-like pattern. A lot thicker as well. Spider patterning is usually generally pretty thin.
Okay.
Super cool.
Oh, he's growing in the spot.
They're all spreading out there a bit.
Thank you. I don't know where I can cut it.
That's alright. That one looks just like a normal. Super cool. Okay. On to the last egg of this clutch.
He's got his head
all the way out.
out right here, so we're gonna try to be very careful and go in from the other side to, okay, so it's actually a little gap here, so we're gonna try to bring it in and up and just cut. Can't get it right now. You gonna help me, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
See if I can get his head back in. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
So sometimes it helps when you get their head back in. Be a little safer with the scissors. Lift up there. It's a little hard to cut this one because it is damp. So see how it's just kind of tearing? There he is. Here, I'll open it up a little bit more on this side. There you go.
So here it looks as the thinner pattern shows spider here. Maybe a little bit banana heading up to the top, but I'm not too sure about that.
I think what you're seeing is maybe a little bit of OD because it's really thin. It's hard to tell though. It'll be really easy to tell when they shed out. Very similar to one of the beginning ones we cut. That one is a little bit brighter though. That could have fire in it maybe. That's the first egg box. Before we put it away, we'll look at these babies here. This one looks super cool. Banana spider. Maybe red stripe. It's super red along the back here. See how pink it is? That is the happens with the banana as well. That's why they work pretty well together, enhancing that color. But I'd say that's an OD spider banana red stripe. And then this one looks like OD spider banana. It's hard to say. Could have fire or red stripe in it. A lot of bright gene combinations, so it's hard to tell which ones are showing through. But 5 out of the 6 babies in this egg box were spider. It's pretty crazy. We'll put the lid back on this one. I'll take it over to the incubator and we'll get started with egg box number 2.
So this one, exact same, still 6, just only 2 have their heads out right here that you can see. Just like the last one we cut. None of them have came out yet. So when it gets back, we'll get to cutting.
Not as many have pipped in this one, only 3 and 2 have their heads out. Which one do you want to start with?
I guess just one of the ones with their head out.
The ones with their heads out? Okay. Yep, they often pull their head back in, so it'll be a little easier to get in one of those corners and lift up. There you go. And now grab the flap that you're cutting and you can pull it tighter. Allow you to cut it a little bit easier. Yeah, there you go.
So here, we've got, let's see, what do we have? Definitely have some banana. I can see a little bit of yellow, I think, there. I believe it's spider, then patterning. Don't know where his head ended up. I think it's right around.
Yeah, pulled all the way back in.
Oh, right here.
It's a little hard to tell. That one. Definitely OD. You can see how clean the patterning is. I don't think there's any, there's no spider in that one. I'd say OD fire. Red stripe. You got that stripe on the back. It's really hard to tell. But nonetheless, very bright patterning with that egg. We'll go to this one. Got a small slit in there, not big enough to get his head through. Want me to do this one?
Yeah, you can do it this one.
Alright, so since there's only a little slit, I can go lift up and cut right down the middle, kind of like we do with the big scissors. There's another spider in there. That one's really bright. That one's very similar to the one we just cut, except it has spider. You can tell by the head. And then the less amount of banding coming down the sides and how it breaks up and is really thin. I say that's OD fire spider, just like the mom. Awesome baby. Want to use the big scissors for this one?
Okay.
So now we're coming over to one of the ones that hasn't pipped yet. So we'll do our regular cut with the big scissors.
Roll it up. Go. You can see his head right there at the middle. Can't see him too much, so we're gonna continue to open it up. There we go. Now we can really see in here his head. His head right there. I definitely see a lot of yellow so far. Not much patterning though. So.
Yeah. That one's definitely banana, as you pointed out, with that bright yellow. Looks like Odeon Fire is helping bring that in and kind of whiten up the sides a bit as well. It's really hard to tell if it has spider in it. Looks maybe like it has spider because of the head pattern. You can see so you can see some of the thin patterning there. So this one does have spider. So I'd say that's similar to the one we just cut, but just has banana in it, giving it that enhanced yellow color. So I'll go with this one with his head out. I don't know if he'll be able to get it back in. Doesn't look like it. So I'll use one of his other cuts here, kind of connect it back to where his head is. Being very careful, lifting up. There we go. It's hard because, yep, there you go. And the spider as well. See the weird looking pattern and how thin it is.
I don't see any as much banana in this one as the last one.
Yeah, so this one has no banana in it. More like a normal color. I say that one's just a spider. Awesome. On to the last two eggs of the clutch. This has been a pretty awesome clutch so far. A lot of different gene combos. And don't forget, all of these babies are 50% het genetic stripe. So that'll be pretty cool to work into our enhancer G-stripe projects. Stuff like that with some of these cool brightening genes. So without further ado, our second last egg.
Go. Since it hasn't pipped, we're going to go back to the big scissors.
Nice.
So I think there's a little bit of banana there. I can see some yellow. Maybe a little bit of a spider pattern too.
Yep, that one's definitely spider.
His head's not near here that I can see. It's probably farther down.
That one's a little hard to tell. Definitely bright. Got some lightning genes from the spider that you want to open up a little bit more. Super awesome. It's really neat with big clutches how you can see the variety of babies and showcase all the different genetics in the pairing.
Yeah, definitely spider.
I'd say that one's an OD spider based on the oranges on the sides there. How clean it looks.
Okay.
Awesome looking. Under our last egg. Super excited. You want to hit this one?
No, you can get this one.
Alright, last one.
So this one also didn't pip. So
that one looks like a banana with no spider pattern. Super cool.
very banana like the dad.
Yeah, very similar to the dad. That might be the same as the dad, actually. Banana red stripe. Really hard to tell. But an interesting fact about the banana, the reason it got its name, is the older they get, it gets a little bit more dull, keeping the yellows, but black spots appear along it, so it's really neat because it is kind of like a spoiling banana. So the older they get, the more spots they get. It's kind of neat. So when these babies first come out, you might be able to see a couple after they shed. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
And we'll see you all in the next video.